I've been working in the startup space before as well. I was the co-founder for Daraj.pk, which is the largest e-commerce store in Pakistan. And I think as far as IoT is concerned, look, I think what's happening in Pakistan is we had 3G rollout about 3 years ago. We're one of the few countries in the world where we're adding on 1 million 3G or 4G users every single month. We are one of the few countries in the world doing that, and we are now sitting at close to 40 million smartphone users with 3G, 4G on their devices. I think that's as a percentage of the country, that's very tiny, but that's a very large number. That's larger than the population of Malaysia or a bunch of other countries you can think of. And so I think any service that so I think I think the second thing that's happening is the way people are consuming content is changing. So I think what was happening in Pakistan is that, in fact, in most parts of the world, is I think people now no longer want to watch content at a time when the broadcaster decides, but they want to watch content on their favorite device, on their own time, on their own place. They want to watch it lying in bed or in the office or wherever they feel like it. And I think what's happening is, until recently, there were no legal means of people to doing that. I think so people who are consuming content, there was a big gap there, and it was happening primarily through piracy. So either people were downloading torrents or streaming on illegal websites, or they were buying DVDs, which were also pirated. And I think that's where I think those two trends of watching content on demand and this fast spread of 3G, 4G has kind of created this big gap in there. I think that's where iFlix comes in. So I think we're catering to smartphone users in Pakistan who want to consume content on demand. And in some cases they already are, but there's no legal, convenient, user-friendly way for them to do it before iFlix. Netflix had been live in Pakistan for 12 months before iFlix launched. I think in some way that was probably, I would say, a benefit for us, because I think there was more awareness of the general product category. I think, having said that, I think there's 4 or 5 key fundamental differences between us and Netflix. Meaning, I think what we do is, in every market we go to, we create a product and a service for that market. So which means that for Pakistan, when we started, we had content from like leading Hum TV content, a bunch of other local content. We had English content, top 25 of the top 50 IMDb shows, but we also had Bollywood content, and then we are localizing the English in Urdu. So we are not making just making international content available on a platform in Pakistan, but we are actually building up a content assortment for this market. And I think so. I think that is very easy for us to differentiate early on for that reason. I think the other thing is, I think our service works on low internet speed, so you can work on even a 500 kb connection is good enough to run iFlix in most cases. And we have features like download now, watch later. So we understand that emerging markets like Pakistan, we have high-speed internet, to be fair, but it's a bit choppy, so you won't have it consistently. So we have features like download now, watch later, which allow you to load up devices, episodes on your mobile or tablet and watch them later. Our price point is also, I think, we charge about 300 rupees a month. I think it's a very affordable price point even for the Pakistani market. It's the price of cable, essentially. That's what it is. So I think that's how we're competing. So we feel we didn't. I don't know. That wasn't really an issue, because I think we were the first ones who were really setting up a team in Pakistan, working day in and day out, trying to understand how to solve the problems of the Pakistani consumer in terms of how to consume content. I think it's been a great success so far. I would say anyone who spends, firstly, I think in terms of awareness, I think anyone who spends time online in Pakistan has heard of the iFlix brand, even if they're not clear exactly what they do. I think the sign-up is very encouraging. I think there's a very large number who signed up already. We are seeing very active users coming in every month. People who are anyone who watches on a particular day is watching over 60 minutes every day. So I think the engagement is also very high so far. I think anytime you do something in this space, in the online space, whether it's e-commerce or whether it's something like iFlix, data is key. I think every decision we make is based on data. So sure, when you're going in, let's say, how do we decide what content to get? Before iFlix was out there, I mean, I think content becomes an art and a science. The science part is, well, if we don't have iFlix yet, so you just look at TV ratings, you may look at views of how many people are searching for a particular title. But then the art part also is, I think our content acquisition teams have a very good sense of what the market wants, what the international market is coming up with, and they use that sense and that art, like I said, and combine it with the science and come up with what we think the Pakistani consumer wants. So absolutely yes, and I think once we're live, I think we have much more active live data, which we look at every single day in terms of what shows you want to push, what kind of content we need to acquire, or how we need to reach out to our customers. I think we announced the funding yesterday. In fact, I think we'll share the details with you as well. But I think we have. I think what iFlix has managed to do consistently is one after the other get really, I would say, high quality investors to come and join in. I think when we started off initially it was Sketcher Group, and since then we had a number of high profile people join in, like Hearst recently, or Sky before that, or Liberty Global. These are media giants. These are people who probably made one of some of the smartest investments in media over the last few decades. So I think them investing into iFlix is a huge vote of confidence for us. I think if you look at the general trend in any country, I think what happens is initially you have once 3G, 4G rolls out in any country, initially you see a lot of marketing around people trying to get people to get 3G, 4G. The next thing you see is people trying to get people to buy smartphones which you can run the 3G, 4G on. And now that there's a big chunk out there, the third stage is suddenly you see people trying to convince you to or do stuff with those devices, right? So you have a high speed, you have a computer on your hand really, you have a high speed connection, what do you do with that? And that's where stuff like e-commerce, etc. comes in. I think what e-commerce has done is look, I think Pakistan is it's a very aware country. It's internationally aware. We may not have had e-commerce here 4 years ago, but I think people are very aware of concepts like Amazon and how they work, etc. So I think when we came in, when e-commerce came in, it was easier for people to kind of convince them to start buying online. And I think what's that done over the last 4 or 5 years is there's a general willingness to transact online. I think that's something that was a big barrier, which I think to some extent has been removed. Obviously, it's still not something which comes naturally to people, but I think it's much easier than it was before. So I think that way, that element of transacting online and trusting portals of any kind you see online, I think that has really helped obviously pave the way. iFlix is actually, it's a single product. So if I'm in Pakistan, I'm using the exact same app with somebody in Malaysia, Indonesia, or in Saudi or in Nigeria. So I think the product is actually centrally designed, and we roll it out. Like it's like all major apps globally, I guess. So I think in some things it makes sense to do stuff locally. Content acquisition, it makes sense to do it locally. Marketing, it makes sense to do it locally because we understand how the Pakistani market reacts and how it works with them. I don't think it makes sense for a team sitting in another country to pick a marketing plan for Pakistan. But I think that is something where I think it makes sense to have it done in a centrally. We have teams all over the world, but I think it's a central team which is kind of doing that. So we have the exact same app running in any country. If you travel to any other country where iFlix is present, you can use this app and watch content there based on what's available for that market. Look, I think as far as content is concerned, the big one has been Hum TV. I think they've been great partners for us. We've had some of their top tier content since the day before the day we went live. I think they've been good partners for us. I think other than that, we also have partnered up with PTCL and Telenor. With PTCL, the offer is such that PTCL is providing 1 year of unlimited access to iFlix for all the 4 MB and above and the smart TV users. So I think they're a good partner for us. We've been live for about 3 months now. I think another more recent one is Telenor. We went live with them again. I think it's just kicking off right now. And with Telenor, all Telenor users get 3 months of iFlix. As for the entire 3G, 4G database, 3 months of iFlix plus 1 GB of data every month, exclusively to be used on iFlix. We also keep doing smaller partnerships. I think we've done something recently with Foodpanda, which is again the leading online food delivery portal locally, and it's called. They're having a campaign around Eat, Play, Love, which is more around watching, ordering food around watching your favorite content. And obviously, we were a great partner for them, and vice versa. So I think we have a campaign where people who are ordering every week. I think it's a weekend campaign because we're encouraging binge watching on the weekend. So their whole campaign is around, hey, order some Foodpanda on the weekend, binge watch, and you get 3 months of iFlix where you can enjoy your favorite food while you watch iFlix. So that's the kind of theme. And obviously, binge watching is a big part of what we encourage and what we do. Look, I think I don't like to use the word challenge because I think a challenge suggests it's something there isn't a solution for. I think there's realities of the country, and we figure out how to crack them and how to make things work. So I think I would say not really. I think initially you may have thought that local content companies were not so keen on working with digital partners but I think the level of understanding of where this country or how entertainment is evolving is very high in our Pakistani content partners. So I think that wasn't really a challenge, I would say. I think generally, to some extent, I think payments is a bit of a challenge. I think right now we do have, so anyone who's a Telenor or a Zong user can actually pay for iFlix using their mobile credit. But I think get that awareness and that willingness to get people to actually come and press pay and see how easy it is, I think that's something that probably is taking a bit of time for that to develop. So yeah, because I think one reason why e-commerce picked up really fast was because of cash on delivery. And I think obviously since there's no physical product being delivered here, the cash on delivery is not really an option for us. So I think I would say that's a challenge, but at the same time I think we've already come up with solutions which we're rolling out. Some we've already rolled out, and hopefully that we'll be able to solve that. I think long-term future plans are that I think, like I said in the beginning, we are creating a service for this market, which means that we are going pretty big on Pakistani films. I think there's some movies which we are getting in the post-cinema window. So I think say 3 to 6 months after the movie hits the cinema, it will be on iFlix. I think we're doing that with a bunch of Pakistani movies, and I think Pakistani. I think so. You'll be surprised, but we have a lot of leading Hollywood movies. We have Bollywood movies. But our most watched movie over 6 months is actually Na Maloom Afraad, which is a Pakistani movie. So I think there's a big demand for Pakistani content as well, and I think sure, obviously there is Western shows is a very high performing category for us. But I think in the long run, what decides how successful we are is how deep and how big we can go with Pakistani content. We're very clear on that. Look, I think it's really important. I think. If I see a trailer, forget me, but if the average consumer sees a trailer for a particular show on TV, I don't think he may see the name, he may see the cast, etc., but I think that will not have such a strong impact on him as if 10 of his friends shared on their Facebook. Because I think what happens is all of a sudden, our social networks, rightly or wrongly, we tend to trust more than traditional media. And hence we feel, hey, if 10 of my friends like something and they typically like things I like, so I'm more likely to bite that than seeing a billboard or an ad out there. So I think it's very important to for us as well, and for generally any business today, I think to make sure that the social angle is covered well, and people are talking about whatever the product they have, whatever service they have, and use that to their benefit. Yeah. I think we've pretty much spoken about everything. I think we're just really excited as a company. We're now in 20 plus markets, but we're very excited to be in Pakistan. We think Pakistan, it's like I said, is a great country for us. We have, I think we're adding, like I said, I just love saying this line, but we're adding 1 million 3G, 4G users every month for 3 years. There are very few countries in the world doing that, I think, and that makes Pakistan a very exciting country for us. We produce great content. Pakistanis love our content, and I think, to be honest, I think our content, I feel like, would be the next. So globally, there was a surge around Turkish content 6 years ago. There's one around Korean content in certain markets, and I feel like Pakistani content could be the next one. So yeah, I think good things are coming up.